might be sitting there wondering, should I fire up Steam and buy the Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration pack? Is it worth it? Because it includes the season pass with all the kick-ass DLC that's come out since the game launched almost 2 years ago? You might wonder, I mean, it's only $12, but 2 years in gaming terms is absolutely ancient. Does it hold up? Is it worth my hard-earned $12? The short answer, boys and girls, is... Holy crap, yes! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're on the fence about Rise of the Tomb Raider and the Steam Winter Sale, chances are pretty good you'll be super happy with it if you get it. In this mini review, I'm going to go over a few things to help you make up your mind. I'm not going to do a pro and con sort of approach to this, but I definitely want to get some of the negative things out of the way first so we can end on a positive note with what I really liked about this game. So up front, it's notoriously crash happy on PC. You're going to run into that some of that stuff, maybe depending on your hardware setup, what operating system you're running, that sort of thing. So you might have to do some of that troubleshooting or something like that. You're also going to need a decently beefy PC to play this game at high settings, and it's worth it if you can because it is absolutely gorgeous, as you can see in the gameplay that I have going on in the background. Even at the lower settings though, it's still breathtaking. You have the views and the depth of field, and the draw distance even at lower settings is just fantastic. I really can't say enough about how beautiful the game is, even if you're not running it on ultra. That being said, back to the hardware and back to some of the issues that you might run into. To optimize it, you might have to spend some time pressing your face against the graphics settings or GPU settings, CPU settings, that sort of thing, so that it provides a satisfying gameplay experience. But it is absolutely worth the price of admission because Square Enix really crushed this game just in terms of story and gameplay. And the reviews, even in spite of the PC issues, all agree that it just is a perfect example of what an adventure game should be. It's easily on par with Uncharted and how it seamlessly integrates all of that exploring, all of that dungeoneering, the running and gunning, all of the climbing and Indiana Jones style shit that you're going to be doing into the gameplay. So it's really, really immersive is one thing. Just in the first 10 minutes, it's heart pounding. We saw a little bit of that at the beginning of this video, and the whole thing isn't like that, but it feels like they wanted to really exemplify how they were going to take you on this ride, where it can just be this serene, beautiful mountain view, and then next thing you know, it's going to be this like crazy, like, heart-pounding roller coaster ride where you really feel that tension, viscerally when you're sitting in your computer chair, just your ass getting fatter while Lara Croft does all this crazy acrobatic gymnastics, like, one-arm pull-up type of shit. It still makes you feel that tension really well. It's super awesome. And it stays true to the Tomb Raider platformer roots. It punishes small mistakes with death, but they managed to tweak it to where you really never groan after a post-death reload. You don't see where, you ended up at after dying and go like, oh, I have to do all that crap over again. It pretty much sticks you right back where you were before you died, and the checkpoints are frequent enough to avoid that load screen groan. Another thing that you might want to bear in mind is the game just begs for a controller. If you have one, you'll probably have a better experience. And if you don't have one, you might want to get one. So that could inflate your cost a little bit because it really just wants a controller. It's not bad, on mouse and keyboard, but for instance, to walk more slowly when you're exploring a tomb, it's kind of backwards. Usually you hit shift to sprint in a game. In this game, you hit control to walk around, more slowly, and otherwise your sprint is always on, which is fine, but holding like your fingers, so it's like your 3 fingers are on the WASD keys and then your pinkies on control the whole time. You're like, if you're a completionist looking through a room, it can be like kind of uncomfortable. So I feel like it would be a lot better on a controller. So that's something to bear in mind. Speaking of cost though, I mean, bottom line, you're paying $12 for a fantastic game, a AAA title that is bundled with all of its DLC. And there's a whole shitload of bonus stuff in addition to the season pass that is thrown in with that. There's like outfits and like weapons and trading cards. There's just this whole bundle of shit that you get that I haven't even really looked at yet, because I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible, because I think this sale ends on January 3rd. So if you're watching this, on today, the 30th, or if you're watching it like, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, you only have a couple of days to grab this. I want to just make clear, I'm a very small channel. This is in no way sponsored by Steam or Square Enix or any of that kind of stuff. Although you could, if you wanted to, hit me up. I'm not saying this for any kind of gain. I'm just trying to get the word out there for you guys, because this is a really awesome deal and this is a really fantastic game. It's pretty much the best deal of the winter sale that I found, and I'm kind of unclear if it's the 20th anniversary celebration, so if this is like a specific Tomb Raider sale or if it's part of the winter sale. So I don't know if it expires then, but either way, you probably want to pull the trigger, because this is like $80 worth of game for $12. So hopefully you can scrape that together. Pick up your couch, turn it upside down, shake it, and scoop up all the change that you find and hook yourself up with this game. I really think you won't regret it if you do. And that's really all I got for this micro mini review of Rise of the Tomb Raider on PC. I might have some more in-depth, maybe some gameplay, something like that, depending on, what I hear, if that's something that, has an audience or something like that. If you like this sort of content, be sure to hit a subscribe. You can go and click the bell if you want to try out YouTube's notifications. You can hit me up on Twitter if you want to see those notifications. Other than that, keep killing it. Thanks for coming out. Man, that Matrix jump was just so epic. I gotta see it one more time.